Howdy. So I mentioned I was going to do a review of some knives for almost a year now. Especially this one, which I got last year. They're both from the same uh, builder, Michael Morris. And I ordered this one first. This is a Michael Morris Hunter 8. You can see the blade there is actually made out of a file that he belt sands to shape. Um, Craftsmanship is excellent. He does these all by hand, and I've seen videos, and he does it all by eyeball. So he just lines everything up and matches the pieces to within a scale that I can't actually see anything that's off. So like I said, I picked this one up first last year for hunting season. I used to gut my deer last year. It's a great knife. And then after I had one, it's a little bit large for carrying a lot, for me at least, I picked this one up. This is his Belter series. And I really like this one. It's my everyday carry knife. And same thing, it's made out of a file. And you have options, like this can be made out of a rasp. This one's made out of a file though. But I like this one for everyday carry because of the carry system for it. It fits on your belt in a horizontal, and it's designed to be carried cross draw. So if you're right-handed, you would carry on your left-hand side, and when you want to use it, it's right where you need it. I've been carrying this every day since, when did I get it? He stamps the date on the blade. 7/8/13. And I've been carrying it basically every day since then. It's a great knife for everyday carry. It's a good size. The Belter is 6¼ inches long with a 2.5-inch blade. The knife itself weighs in at 2.5 ounces, and with the sheath it weighs in at 4.6 ounces. When you wear it on your belt, it becomes invisible. It's very, very nice. The Hunter knife is a bit more substantial. It's 8.1/8 inches long, end to end. He listed it as 8, and it seems to me to be an extra eighth long. The blade was 3 3/4. The knife was 7.7 ounces, and with the sheath, which is right here, he makes these also himself. It is 9.7 ounces. It's a very nice leather sheath. And let me move this out of the way. Yeah, fits nice and tight when you have it all the way in there. Yeah, it won't come out, unless you pull on it. It's a very nice sheath, and he hand stitches these all himself. He cuts them, does all the craftsmanship himself. It's very, very. There's a YouTube video showing him making both the sheath and the knives, and I highly recommend, if you're interested in his knives, watching the video. Like I said, this is my hunting knife. I carry it basically during hunting season, and that's it. From the standard knife, the only change I had was the rivets. I had them use these stylized rivets. The default ones are plain brass or stainless, I believe. But when you go to order one of his knives, there is no order button on his website. You email him, and then you start a conversation, and he'll ask you what you want, and ask you, anything, because I didn't know what I really wanted. He started asking me questions about what I was going to use it for, and Yeah, I almost had got 2 finger cutouts, and he really talked me out of it, and I'm glad he did. It's a very comfortable fit. Yeah, very good balance. The way it is. And I don't think I would have had that if I had gotten with the 2 finger cutouts. But he's been doing this a long time, and he knows what to ask. Um, they both hold a edge very, very well. I believe it's a Rockwell hardness of 58. I'm just from memory for both of them. So he takes a file and he heat treats them because the file is way too brittle to be a very good knife by itself. But after heat treating, they make a good knife. Like I said, it holds an edge, very, very nice. Both of them can pass the I didn't do as well as I did. I think it's the board I'm using. It's too rough. I don't have a good smooth surface on it. Here. Yeah, I think it's this board here. Got the rough sawn board. Some of the fibers are getting in between the high spots on the wood. Because I tested this out on my countertop downstairs, my workshop countertop, and they both did the paracord cut test very, very well. But that's on a piece of plywood, so I believe this rough cut is giving away a little bit. This one I actually haven't sharpened this year. I sharpened it last year before hunting season, and that was the last time I sharpened it. But like I said, it's a hunting knife. I don't tend to use it a lot for anything else, so it will hold its edge. But I didn't sharpen it after I gutted that deer. This one, being my everyday carry knife, it gets used quite a bit. This knife gets used daily, and I sharpen this one, every couple of weeks. And I use a Smith diamond blade setup for sharpening. I think I got it at Gander. And pass the same paracord test. Let's go to that. Yeah. But the nice thing about this one is the carry system. Having it cross draw and wearing it in front of your belt, front of your belt buckle, it basically disappears. So yeah, I think I actually start to see them because they weren't in the same place every time. Right here, I'm starting to the paracord is starting to get shiny from wearing it on my belt the same way. Yeah, it sounds like it will rattle, but when it's pushed on your belt, it doesn't. Just because of the pressure of your belt. Yeah. The other knife, the Hunter 8, yeah, holds in the sheath very, very nice. Yeah, will only come out, yeah, if pulled. Doesn't come out. Shaking it doesn't come out. Comes out when you're pulling on the paracord that it attaches to the butt of the knife. Obviously, it's a full tang. Obviously, that's a full tang knife. This is full tang, and he leaves the edge of the file here to provide a bit of I think they call it gimping or whatever. Gives you a little bit of purchase on the back. The fit between the scales and the knife itself are tight. You don't see any gap on either side. The front to back, you don't see anything. Now both of these being files are made out of machine steel, tool steel. The It means it's a high carbon steel, very good for making knives. It's also rust prone, so you have to keep them oiled. I oiled this one with vegetable oil or olive oil because I use it for hunting. I don't feel like getting petroleum, type of oils on my meat. This one, on the other hand, I oil with just about anything. I am kind of concerned that underneath that paracord I might get rust. So sooner or later I'm going to re-paracord this just to confirm that it's not rusting. It also seems to do a bit of a, this has got a shiny silver finish, this has got a bit of a gray finish. That's the way it came from him. Not sure how it'll show up in the camera, if it'll even show up any differently. Try to tilt them back and forth. But yeah, I would definitely buy either one of these knives again. Especially this one. I might get some of these for gifts. These were pretty inexpensive for a custom knife at $65. Yeah, this was a bit more expensive. I think it was $140. Again, you're buying a custom knife. Prices more expensive than an off-the-shelf knife. I know for knife collectors that's nothing, but for me that was a lot of money. I've never spent that much on a knife. But first time I saw one, I knew I had to have one. It was just too pretty. And it's a great knife for hunting. Yeah, this is a good knife for carving. It's a good sized blade. Good control. Trying to dig it deep. Yeah. Yeah. This knife here I don't tend to use for that type of functionality. But yeah, it'll also try and dig it deep again. Yeah. Yeah. The blades are thick, and so it makes them a bit. You can see here. I can measure this if anyone wants. Actually, I have a tape measure right here. So this blade is just over 3/16, slightly under a quarter, give or take. Where the belter is about an eighth, I'd say. Maybe just a bit proud of an eighth. So for a carving knife, they are both a bit thick. But for, like I said, for general purpose knives, this is a great knife. You don't have to worry about dropping it, breaking it. His warranty is basically if you break the knife and using it for normal knife functions, they're guaranteed for life. If you throw it against a wall and breaks, he won't cover that. Yeah, I definitely recommend this for an everyday carry knife. On your belt, especially if you have a black belt, it disappears on your belt, and people don't notice it's there. Bring it down here. Yeah, it totally disappears. Yeah, this on your belt, on the other hand, people would tend to notice. He said knives aren't my thing per se, but I do have quite a few. you got any specific questions about them, you could ask me, or better yet, you could actually email Mike Morris. He was very, very receptive to emailing back and forth when I was interested in purchasing. We sent back a half a dozen emails before I purchased this one. When I got this one, this is off the shelf as far as configuration. There wasn't a lot to go back and forth with. You could pay when he's ready to ship, or when you place your order. I just paid right away, so I didn't have to worry about it. Now, ordering from him, there's a delay. That's 90 to 120 days what he publicizes. I remember both of them taking about 4 months, so you have to account for that. The best bet is to place your order and then forget about it. And when they show up in the mail, you'll be nice and surprised. Otherwise, you'll be waiting on pins and needles for months for these to show up. And I don't like to wait. So, not much else I can really say about them. If you have any questions about them, respond on YouTube, and I'll try to answer them. I would buy both these knives again in a heartbeat. And I recommend them both to people. I know my friends have bought this one already. I've only had this one for 4 or 5 months now. And I've had 2 friends who ordered one basically the day I got this. They saw it and they had to have one, and they just got theirs a month ago. Not too many of my friends hunt, so I'm the only one who has this one. And I'll keep it that way. It's nice to have something unique. This is, to me, heirloom quality. I'll pass this on to my kids. And if this one's still around, I'll pass it on as well. This one will probably get used a lot more. I would highly recommend both of his knives and probably any of his other knives, but these are only 2 I have experience with. So, I think that's about it. Michael Morris Hunter 8, Michael Morris Belter. Highly recommend both knives. Thanks for watching.